Hello everyone and welcome to the first winner bracket semi-final of the Intel Extreme Masters Season 2 finals. We are now down to the final 4 players of the tournament, and at first we're going to take a look at the Korean battle between the orc player in red spawning here at the bottom of Secret Valley, Lin, and his opponent in yellow, the undead player at the top of Secret Valley, Lucifer. So Lucifer is starting with a Fiend build order, and the Lin, of course, as usual, with the Altar, Burrow, and Barracks first. And we've seen 2 best of 3s prior to this one between those two in the LA challenge, and in both of these best of 3s, Lin was able to beat Lucifer with a 2-1 map score. So I guess on paper that makes him the favorite. Also, Lin was able to win Group A in these finals, while Lucifer only ended up on rank 2 of Group B, and then had to go through the relegation where he was able to beat Proteus with 2-0, and therefore he made it here into the top 4, so that may be another indication that at least on paper Lin might be the favorite here. But let's see what Lucifer has up his sleeve here for this best of 3 against the orc player here. As previously stated, he's going for a Fiend build. Altar is about to finish, just the usual. Is he really gonna chop this tree? Well, looks like that's exactly what he has planned here, because right now the base is open here, which is a little bit uncommon, given that usually he'd want to keep the Acolytes safe from Blade Master harassment with his second Ziggurat here, which is where he's placing it right now. So a little bit strange, but you know, perhaps not game deciding. First Fiend is in production. Scout Peon has not headed all the way across the map. Lin, by the way, starts creeping here at the Murlocs, and we've seen it, I think, in every single Orc vs Undead game that we've seen on Secret Valley, at least the ones where the Orcs played Blade Master and other Farseer, that eventually the Undead went for the Goblin Merchant, and that's where the first big clash started. So yeah, Lin having the Scout Peon patrol here definitely makes some sense. He found the Slippers, only grabbed the Murloc Nightcrawler, and he's heading towards the heal fountain here quite quickly. Gonna be level 2 if he finishes all the ground creeps. We'll see if he's gonna choose to do so. Lucifer, in the meantime, starts doing some creeping on his own, is taking the Murloc camp first as well. Second Fiend is out already, and we'll keep an eye on Lucifer's tech, of course, as well as Lin's tech. We see that he did skip the shop here early on to get his tech into production a little bit more quickly, and you know, instead of heal salves, he's gonna make use of the fountain here to keep his units at pretty high health. First item for Lucifer is the Gauntlets of August Strength here, so he's going to be satisfied with that. Blade Master with a Claws of Attack +6 here, he's already at +9, so pretty great item drops for him thus far. DK continues doing some creeping, still no tech for him. 23 supply only for Lucifer though, so wouldn't expect that tech to come in all too soon. Up at 26 right now, as Fiend number 4 is in production. The Blade Master has found the Undead Army, and Lucifer is going for this creep quite quickly here, not going for the safe level 2 prior to it by creeping the next Murloc camp. No, pulling the creeps here quite quickly. The Blade Master is right there, starts applying some pressure onto the DK. In the meantime, the Grunts are also coming in from the bottom. One gun ensnared. The one Ogre here got finished by the Blade Master, so no further experience for the DK. Still needs a little while to get up to that level 2, and the Blade Master is going to make that pretty difficult for him. Still no tech by Lucifer. Going for the 5th Fiend here. Still before starting his tech. Shop has finished in the meantime for Lin. Burrow is going to finish in time, and his Heal 2 is going to be finished soon as well. And now Lucifer is changing his mind and is going to secure his level 2 here. Quite the important level up, obviously. And well, just with that, he's going to have a bit of an easier time maneuvering around, and also get some minor regeneration bonus. Tome of Health on top of things. Blade Master and the Grunts in the meantime start creeping the Goblin Merchant on the left hand side. Looks like he may have been willing to give this up to his opponent, but Lucifer apparently has his own ideas of stopping his opponent from doing any creeping. but the Blade Master already got the main creep, got the item as well as the tome. The item, greater mana potion, certainly going to be helpful for his second tier eventually, which is the TC. Also getting a Beastry. Let's see, he doesn't have the resources for a Spirit Lodge at the moment. Let's see if he's going to be going for that or not. Lucifer is doing some more creeping as well. But this early game has gone pretty decent for Lyn, who's getting another circlet here. Pretty great item drops for him thus far. And the quick level 3, quite a bit ahead of the DK. And finally the tech has started for Lucifer, but that was extremely late. I mean, the tech must have started only perhaps a few seconds before Lyn has reached his tier 2. Okay, Scout Grunt here hasn't been blocked successfully. At least for Lucifer, there are now 6 Fiends out, so some quite quick creeping should be possible for the Undead. And given that this is a TC second, not a Shadow Hunter, by the way, quick tier 3 here for Lyn, as well as a War Mill, so yeah, we're not gonna see walkers here by him. Wouldn't be expecting at least. Yeah, given that this is only a TC second, not a Shadow Hunter, perhaps Lucifer is still gonna be able to work with this. Just a massive amount of Fiends here, but look at this Blade Master. He has saved up so much mana and he's gonna have another 2 Windwalks after this. And keep in mind that tier 2 is not yet finished. There's no potion here, and the Nerubian Tower is coming just now. It looks like this Death Knight may just fall here. Backstab is hitting the DK, and yeah, he's falling. And keep in mind, there was a level 3 Death Knight, and that is going to take a long time to revive. The Blade Master currently doesn't have the mana to Windwalk, but the damage output is never ever gonna be enough to get him killed before the 75 mana is reached. The Ghoul is saved here into the back of the Undead base. Fiend even has to be saved from the Blade Master, and yeah, he's easily moving out. In the meantime, the TC starts creeping, gets level 2, finds the Ring of Protection +3, as well as the Cloak of Shadows, so not the perfect item drops here for Lyn in this case, but I mean, it clearly balances out when taking a look at the Blade Master here. And yeah, I was just wondering there for a second, and actually the Blade Master didn't save up a huge lot of mana, he just used the greater mana potion, and I guess quite a good call here by Lyn, realizing that with these additional Windwalks he was going to be able to take down the DK, and that was definitely a great use of the greater mana potion, even though usually it seems quite natural to save that for the TC for a bigger fight eventually, but I mean now he's going to have such great map control. He's going to be able to creep up to level 3 quite easily if he wants, so he can just take this and then the remainders of this camp, and he should be level 3. Blade Master is doing some more scouting. He doesn't have any mana remaining currently, and keep in mind the DK, given that he's level 3, reviving him takes a long time, so yeah, perhaps Lyn could have gone back for a Clarity Potion here with the Blade Master. Wanted to do some scouting instead though. And Temple of the Damned for Lucifer, who's at the same time getting a Pit Lord second, so this seems quite all-in-ish. It looks like he's probably not gonna try and go up to tier 3 here, just with that hero choice. I mean, clearly trying to make use of the fact that there is no Dispel on the side of his opponent, or by the way is already on the Blade Master. What else is coming? Reinforced defenses, another Raider. I imagine the first Kodo will be added soon. The Death Knight is back. And with the Temple of Damned, I mean, he's going to add a Banshee or two, but I'm not really sure if he really wants to go all in here. If this Temple was perhaps a little bit too late. So Lyn is now coming in TC, needs like one more kill to get up to level 3. The Blade Master is going to try and get that done quickly. Stomp is coming in beautifully. There's no dust on the side of Lyn, so at least Lucifer is going to be able to micro to some extent with Burrow here. Dust of Appearance used in the meantime by the Undead player, revealing the Blade Master here, but Lucifer doesn't really have a gigantic load of damage output against all of the Orcs units. Howl of Terror is hitting beautifully. The Blade Master still with a damage boost though of +3 despite the Howl. Let's see if finally one of the Orcs units is falling here. The Raider is retreating, and Snare on one feet, which is dodged beautifully here by Lucifer. In the meantime, he's coiled down the one Raider, now no more Ensnare, so he's at least going to be able to work with the Burrow against the Orc army. And just as the Death Knight was raising his army for the next coil to heal up that Pit Lord, the crit is coming in and the Pit Lord is falling. So no more Howl of Terror for the time being. Kodo is coming in, eating a Fiend, and immediately has to retreat. The first Banshee is just now coming in as the fight is more or less about to end already. Lyn has to continue micro his units out. The Blade Master coming from the bottom did not bring a Dust of Appearance here. well, as I said, first Banshee has arrived, has cursed both of the Orcs heroes. Another Grunt is coiled down. There's going to be one more coil soon. The Fiends are trying to retreat here, but I mean, the Blade Master is going to make that quite difficult for them. All of them have to burrow again. And I think it really is time for Lyn to finally get the Dust of Appearance. Now the Raider is coming in. Now the Blade Master is heading towards the Goblin Merchant here. Raider ensnares. The Fiends are wisely kept away from their own main base here by Lyn's army. Blade Master is now coming in. Reveal is being used. TP by the DK. And is he gonna lose another Fiend? Nope. Luckily for him, there was one miss there by the Blade Master. Otherwise, perhaps the Fiend would have died. But nevertheless, I think, yeah, both the Kodos. This one did eat the Fiend, like initially when it joined the fight. The other one did eat eventually as well. So that's 6 more supply gone for Lucifer. Expansion is coming here as well. So everything is looking perfectly fine for Lyn, and Lucifer is actually going tier 3. I mean, yeah, that's an extremely late tier 3. The expansion is going to be finishing quite safely here. The Blade Master, yeah, alright, did retreat here apparently, as the TC was getting all the experience from the creep camp. And we just saw Boots of Kel'Thalas, the Blade Master, now with plus 24. Quite a gigantic damage output. Tier 3 is 2/3 done. But I think at this point Lucifer really needs a miracle in order to get back into this game. The Blade Master now finds him. Half the undead army is quite low in HP already. The Pit Lord needs to be coiled. Another Fiend needs to be burrowed. It isn't burrowed, so 3 Fiends already taken down just by the Blade Master here. And Lyn is just completely picking apart this undead army. There is no new town portal for Lucifer, so yeah, this should definitely be his demise. GG called by the undead. And yeah, just applying, I think the first really important point to mention here is that Lucifer greedily went for the Goblin Merchant, which Lyn wasn't going to give to him for free before he reached the level 2. And by doing so, he just, you know, enabled Lyn to apply some pressure to this Death Knight, and then eventually he was just able to wear down the Undead's first hero just more and more, and with that big mana potion, he was able to get the kill. Lucifer also somewhat greedily not going for an Arubian Tower in his own base, and that just ended up costing him his first hero. And at that point, basically, Lyn was just already in a gigantic lead, and I guess the Pit Lord probably was kind of a, you know, spur of the moment decision by Lucifer. I don't really think that this late Temple of the Damned coupled with the Pit Lord was really the greatest decision, because by the time the first Banshee was out, the fight was basically already over. So the investment of the Temple of the Damned didn't really come into play at the time. At the time the players ended up fighting. Perhaps Lucifer should have just pulled the town portal there, which he still had on the DK, and you know, just wait it out and go for a fight like a minute and a half later. But you know, that wouldn't have made things any easier as well for him. So yeah, I'm not really sure if that really you know, synergized too greatly, given the late temple and the fact that he had to wait for the Banshees. I guess a Lich would have still been in time as well. But I guess, yeah, the main reason for the loss, of course, was the kill of the Death Knight early on. So Lyn takes the 1-0 lead. He did so in the other 2 best of 3s that they played previously as well. And in both of these best of 3s, Lyn lost the second map, and Lucifer was able to tie. We'll see if that's going to happen this time as well. And the second map is going to be Twisted Meadows.